Hey everyone, just wanted to check in with you today. I know I'm not here, but I wanted to kind of walk you through our paragraph revision activity that we're doing, just so you kind of know what's going on, and talk a little bit about our goals for today. So today, we were going to do unit organizer today, but since I'm not here, I don't want you to just feel like you have to put that together on your own. That's really a collaborative, you and me sort of thing. So I didn't feel right leaving that for you. But what I did leave for you is some paragraph writing revision work that you can do. So, first things first. Sorry, I don't know why I made this big. There we go. Our objectives, we're going to ignore this one right here. Okay, but these three are still here. So, review paragraph diagrams and paragraph writing. Learn SPIL for paragraph writing. It's a really easy way to remember the steps of how to build a paragraph. And edit and revise previously written paragraphs to make them better according to our own rubric. So you are going to take some stuff from 4A, 4B, some paragraphs maybe you didn't do so hot on, and you're going to rewrite them and revise them. And I have an activity where you actually take a paragraph that's not done quite right, and you're going to fix it up, and you're going to make it better, all right, based on this rubric that we put together. Okay, so quote for the week. Okay, if every pork chop were perfect, we wouldn't have hot dogs. That's from one of my favorite shows, Steven Universe. And basically what it means is that, if every time you did something, it was perfect, exactly the way it was every single time you did it, you wouldn't find any new avenues of thinking. You wouldn't find any new ways to do things. And you wouldn't learn anything about yourself, except that you were perfect, right? Nobody's perfect, and your time here in this classroom isn't perfect, and the things you do here aren't perfect, and that's okay. Perfection is overrated and impossible. What we should focus on is the mistakes that we do make and say, okay, so how do I fix that mistake and make it better for next time? Okay, and next time I can make a different mistake, and we can try it from there. Okay, so don't feel like if you didn't get a score you wanted or you weren't sure, why something didn't turn out the way it did, the way that you wanted it to, don't worry about it. It's okay. Just ask for help, and we'll figure it out together. All right. If every single pork chop were perfect, we would never have all the bad pork chops, the ugly pork chops to mash up and make hot dogs. And hot dogs are equally good. Hot dogs are amazing, right? So pork chops and hot dogs are both good, but if we didn't have one, we wouldn't have the other. So something to think about. Also, something to think about. If you have not headed over to our Google Classroom in 10th grade, I've just pulled up the 10th grade here for right now. If you've not gone over to our Google Classroom, and if you have not done this in-class assignment right here, okay, I know third period you guys probably haven't done that. If you could get that done for me by Wednesday, it's just a News LA article. Take the quiz and then take one paragraph out of that article and highlight the topic sentence, the detail sentences, the clincher sentence, and the transitions in 4 different colors. If you highlight it on the article, a little box will pop up and ask you which color you actually want to highlight it in, and the instructions, the instructions actually tell you which colors to highlight in, so pay attention to those, okay? Moving on. So, if we go back to our we need to talk about SPIL. And for those of you who are already pretty good at paragraph writing, this is something that you can use to kind of amp it up and make it easier for you to remember what pieces belong in SPIL, or belong in a paragraph. So SPIL ultimately just stands for the 5 things you need to do when you're building a paragraph. And that's state your topic with the sentence, which is topic sentence, which is going to be general, cluing, or specific. Pick your sequence, your point of view, and your tense. Be very careful with this. Make sure they're the ones you want. Insert your details. So lead off. Detail sentences always have transitions. They are the main ideas of the paragraph. If you're thinking of a frame, it'll be that bigger bubble at the top. Okay, and then you have follow-up sentences where you would cite textual evidence, explain how evidence supports ideas. When we get to that point, that's what will go there. Okay, for right now, follow-ups are just things that add more information to that lead-off sentence. Okay, you're going to list your transition words for each lead-off sentence. And then you're going to lock up the end with a clincher sentence with a concluding transition. And I know that we haven't talked a ton about those yet, but that's something that we will get to very soon. Okay? So that's SPIL. So for those of you who feel like you've got a pretty good handle on paragraph writing, not too bad. That's what you're going to use. Okay? Now, the other thing we need to talk about before you guys mosey on, I have heard a lot of you ask me kind of how your paragraphs are being graded. You're not sure how that formula is done. So this guy, okay, is always on the side of your paragraph diagrams, right? You're like, Mrs. Maloon, what's this for? That's for my grading purposes. And I'm going to show you what those are all for. So if you look, this is what I'm looking for in each step of that. So I know my little head bubble is kind of in the wrong spot there. I'm going to put me right up here as best as I can. All right. So the first thing, do your detailed sentences all match? Do they relate to your topic? If they don't, change them. Okay. They should all match. Okay. Second thing, did you order your details in something other than just 1, 2, 3, 4? Now, I know a lot of you are good at this, and so you're automatically kind of ordering your thoughts as you're writing them down, and that's okay. I don't really, that's not a big deal to me. Okay, that's just what they tell me when I grade this. That's something I have to look for. Do your detailed sentences all follow the correct point of view, tense, and are they complete sentences? If they're not, you need to go back and check. Always go back and double check your paragraphs every time. Okay. Did you use more than one type of sentence? Is it not robotic sounding? Does it sound like an actual person is talking? Okay. Try to go back and fix that if it does sound robotic. Okay. And you can add, little snippets. You can add adjectives. You can add more to your sentences to make them more human. Okay. Does the way you numbered your details match the order you talked about them in the paragraph? If you're going to tell me that this is 1, 3, 2, 4 on your diagram, you have to write them in that order when you actually write out your paragraph. Remember, your transitions are hooked to your details, right? So pay attention to which transitions you're using with which number of detail, because if it's supposed to be the third detail and the transition you've listed as first, that's not really going to work, right? The last thing I look for is, are you transitions? Wow, typo. See, not every pork chop is perfect. This pork chop is certainly not perfect. However, are your transitions in the right sequence, and are they at the beginning of your sentences? Okay, you need to pay attention to that because your transitions need to follow that same sequence. That provides the logic for your paragraph. Readers have a hard time finding logic when you don't use transitions that are all in the same sequence. Okay, so that's how I grade you. Okay, that's what I do with that. Okay, this is a handy dandy little rubric that I put together for you that goes through each one of those things so that you can grade yourself and you can grade your partners on how well they've done on a rubric. So what you're going to do is you're going to get your 4A, 4B back. If you didn't do 4A, 4B, I'm going to hand you a blank copy of it, and you're going to pick paragraph to do. Because shame on you, you should have done it. You had plenty of time. I gave you ample opportunities to get it done. Get it together. You're going to do, if you haven't done it, you're going to do at least one of those paragraphs. If you did do it, you're going to pick a paragraph that you did not score 10 out of 10 on, and you're going to go back and you're going to fix it based on this rubric that you're seeing right here. Okay, you're going to get one of these rubrics, you're going to go back. I've probably already made comments on it, so it's kind of a introductory, like, hey, this is kind of what you did wrong, but pay attention and make sure you've done everything you can to make it better. I will give you bonus points if you rewrite it. Okay, don't just go back and fix it in the paragraph. Actually rewrite the paragraph. And I'll give you a couple bonus points on top of the assignment grade I'll give you for fixing it. Okay? When you're done with that, what you're going to do... Sorry, hold on a minute. Hey, guys! Zip it for 2 seconds. All right, I'm almost done. When you're done with that, you're going to get what's called Fix Up Assignment number 1. And you're going to take the paragraph and the paragraph diagram that's there, and you're going to look through that and see what's wrong with it, and you're going to fix it and edit it. And then you're going to use this rubric to grade the paragraph that was written with it. Okay, you're going to use this rubric to grade that. And then you're going to rewrite that paragraph and you're going to fix it. Okay? So, first step, get your own paragraph, pick one that you didn't get 10 out of 10 on, and fix it and rewrite it according to this rubric. Okay? If you didn't do 4A, 4B, you're going to pick one of those paragraphs and you're going to write it, and you're going to look at this rubric and use it to help guide your writing, make sure you've done everything right. 2, you're going to get Fix Up Assignment number 1, and you are going to go through it and fix the errors, do this rubric to grade it, okay, grade it based on this rubric, excuse me, and then you're going to rewrite the paragraph and fix it. Something I also want you to do is I want you to hand it off to a partner, and I want you to make sure the partner goes through it kind of with a fine-tooth comb first before you all turn them in. Okay? So check yourself, have a partner check you, and then make sure you staple all that work together and turn it into the bin, your appropriate bin on my desk. Okay? It's as simple as that. And I think, yep, that's the unit organizer. So I think that's all I have for you today. All right? So if you have questions, shoot me an email. I will be in the building. I just won't be here with you. I am working on a course that I'm building for freshmen for next year. So if you have questions, let me know. All right? Thanks, guys.